Data from Webb showed lensing effects and microgravitational anomalies near the object, hinting at localized warping of light and possibly of time itself. If accurate, such distortions could imply that the object manipulates spacing to travel or to communicate across immense distances instantaneously. In this view, it would represent not a vessel, but a node, a form of interstellar infrastructure capable of linking regions of space in ways still beyond human physics. More recently, Webb detected restricted band radiation from 3 Atlas in the transition region between gamma rays and soft X-rays, a range where natural cosmic emissions are exceedingly rare. These pulses were structured in binary-like intervals, and their intensity was sufficient to overwhelm several observational instruments temporarily. One prototype telescope in Australia suffered a catastrophic sensor failure during the event, prompting concerns that the emissions might be both intentional and targeted. Whether this represented a defensive measure or simply a byproduct of its operation remains unknown. At the same time, terrestrial magnetometers recorded synchronization patterns between the object's pulses and subtle vibrations within Earth's crust. These oscillations were measured in volcanic regions, deep crystal formations, and tectonic boundaries, all resonating at matching intervals of 43 seconds. The effect coincided with observed disorientation in migratory species whose navigation systems rely on geomagnetic cues. Taken together, the evidence suggested that 3 Atlas's influence was extending into planetary systems in ways humanity had never encountered. The most recent transmissions traced from the object appear to have been directed not toward Earth, but toward the Moon. The targeted coordinates correspond to regions known as mascon, dense concentrations of subsurface mass. These anomalies have long puzzled lunar scientists. The possibility that an interstellar object might intentionally signal such a location adds a new layer of mystery. Some analysts speculate that the signal could represent an attempt to interact or activate an existing structure or remnant on the lunar surface. Efforts to probe 3 Atlas directly have so far failed. A classified near-solar probe reportedly lost contact just before approaching, within 1.3 million kilometers of the object. Its final telemetry showed a field of charged particles forming a lattice-like configuration similar to a containment or shielding system. The last transmitted image displayed a fractal reflection of the probe itself, as though the object had scanned and mirrored it in real time before all signals ceased. For now, the nature of 3 Atlas remains unresolved. It may yet prove to be an extraordinary but natural anomaly, an interstellar relic shaped by processes we do not yet understand. Alternatively, it may represent evidence of an intelligence or mechanism operating beyond our current models of physics and biology. In either case, its presence has prompted a reevaluation of long-held assumptions about cosmic isolation. Whether a probe, a construct, or naturally occurring phenomenon with emergent complexity, 3i Atlas has forced humanity to confront a possibility that has always lingered at the edge of scientific curiosity, that the universe may not be silent, and that what we interpret as observation might in fact be a form of response. In the end, what unsettles researchers most is not simply that 3 Atlas might be artificial or that it appears aware of our scrutiny, but that its actions may be directed towards something other than us. Its pulses continue, steady and unwavering, directed now toward regions of deep space far beyond the reach of our instruments. Whether it is calling, reporting, or merely echoing remains an open question. What is certain is that the discovery of 3i Atlas has altered our understanding of what it means to be observed, and perhaps of who or what might be watching. Could 3 Atlas be a chunk of a planet long destroyed, or something engineered to endure the cold void between stars? Adding to the intrigue is its chemical fingerprint. Spectral analyses reveal an unexpected similarity between the environment around 3i Atlas and the atmospheric and surface composition of Mars itself. Trace gases and reflective signatures hint at materials consistent with iron oxide, the same compound that gives Mars its reddish hue. This has led to speculation that the object could have originated from a planetary surface, possibly from a world with conditions strikingly similar to Mars, or even from Mars itself, ejected long ago by a colossal impact. The odds of such an event are vanishingly small, yet not impossible. Still, If it did not come from our solar system, then its composition raises a more unsettling possibility that Mars-like planets, perhaps even habitable ones, exist elsewhere, and 3I Atlas is a tiny messenger from one of them. Now, as it speeds through the inner solar system at a breathtaking 200,000 miles per hour, the interstellar traveler known as 3 Atlas races ever closer to its perihelion, the point at which it will skim nearest to the sun before being flung once again into the depths of interstellar space. Each passing day brings it deeper into a realm of increasing radiation and solar heat, a crucible that tests the limits of its mysterious composition. Astronomers across the world watch with bated breath, uncertain what will happen next. Will the immense temperature differences and solar wind strip away its outer layers, revealing what lies beneath? Or will the object endure unscathed, its internal structure so dense, so alien in composition that it shrugs off the sun's fury as if built for the void itself? As it continues its descent toward the heart of our solar system, every telescope, orbital probe, and ground-based observatory that can possibly track it is now aimed at its faint vanishing glow. The closer it gets, the harder it becomes to see, the sun's glare drowning out the fragile light it reflects. Yet, scientists persist, desperate to capture any hint of change in brightness, color, or trajectory before it disappears into the blinding brilliance of daylight. Each new measurement could hold a clue to its origins. There's even hope that as the object heats up, thermal stress might cause it to fracture, cracking open like an ancient seed to reveal its inner structure. Such a breakup would offer invaluable data about its composition, density, and magnetic properties. But there's also the haunting possibility that it will resist disintegration entirely, that its compactness and mass are far beyond what any natural comet or asteroid should possess. In that case, it may simply pass through perihelion untouched, gliding silently past the sun before slingshotting back toward the stars, never to be seen again. If that happens, humanity will be left with only the faint data it managed to record. Ghostly images, fragments of spectra, and endless questions. For now, observatories from Arizona to Chile, from Europe to Japan, are working in unison to monitor 3 Atlas's faint shimmer. Meanwhile, Mars orbiters and Earth-based telescopes continue to analyze residual dust trails in case the object reignites with activity. The Martian sky is being scanned daily as scientists hope to detect new outbursts or a resurgence of its weak tail. Yet, even if it reappears, one profound mystery refuses to fade. Why did 3 Atlas's arrival seems so perfectly timed? The probability of an interstellar body aligning its trajectory to pass so close to 3 major planets, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, within such a short window of time is vanishingly small. To intersect not just the solar system, but the precise orbital plane where most planets travel stretches coincidence to its breaking point. Was it a random alignment dictated by chance and gravity? Or does this seemingly choreographed passage hint at a deeper hidden pattern we have yet to recognize? Some theoretical physicists have suggested that 3 Atlas might have been subtly gravitationally guided, drawn along invisible paths sculpted by planetary and solar resonances. A few venturing further into speculation have even asked the unthinkable. Could such precision suggest a deliberate trajectory? Could the object, or whatever remains at its core, have been designed to move purposefully through systems like ours, guided not by chance, but by intention? Astronomers remain cautious about drawing extraordinary conclusions regarding 3 Atlas. Yet, its mysterious behavior continues to both intrigue and puzzle the scientific community. Every new observation challenges existing models of how celestial objects should behave. To many researchers, 3 Atlas seems to exist on the boundary between the known and the unknown, a cosmic anomaly that refuses to fit into any familiar category. If this interstellar visitor is a natural formation, it may have originated from a distant and ancient region of the galaxy, perhaps forged in the frozen outskirts of a long-dead star system or within the dense clouds that existed before the Milky Way's spiral arms even took shape. In that case, 3 Atlas would be a kind of galactic fossil carrying within it the chemical memory of the early universe, a fragment of time older than our sun, Earth, and all life we know. Yet, Some scientists dared to consider another more unsettling possibility that it might not be natural at all. If 3I Atlas were artificial, it could represent evidence of ancient extraterrestrial technology. A probe or relic sent adrift through interstellar space, surviving countless millennia as it silently witnesses the birth and death of worlds. Now, as it hurtles toward the sun at unimaginable speed, humanity watches with a mix of wonder, fear, and hope. Whether a 3Y Atlas burns away in solar heat, breaks apart into fragments, or survives untouched to continue its eternal voyage, it has already transformed our understanding of what might exist beyond our solar system. Whatever its origin, 3I Atlas remains both a mystery and a mirror, a reminder of how small we are in the vast cosmic sea, yet how boundless our curiosity and determination to uncover the truth truly are.